Good morning, everybody, or in my case right now, good night. I just got done working a 13-hour shift as a nurse, and I wanted to share with you guys, especially keeping things pretty real life, real stuff, things that you don't have to be necessarily on the yoga mat to make yoga happen. I incorporate little things all throughout my day, and here's a big one. It's a really mild inversion. It's a pose called legs up the wall. The nice thing about this is it's super simple. You can do it anywhere that there's a wall. Doesn't take any time to set up. You don't need any props, just you and something to put your feet up against. So, a couple basic benefits. The number one thing, after working a long night shift, I get home, I'm exhausted, it's daytime, got to try to wind down. This is a huge relaxation pose. By being able to just lay on the back, I get closer and closer towards going to sleep, laying down, getting the feet up above my head. I really start to just focus on my breathing. This really does trigger the rest and digest or relaxation, the parasympathetic nervous system, all of these parts of the body, lowering the heart rate, triggering our body in a good way, letting us know that it's time for sleep. So there is no specific time limit that you have to do this for. I generally go for just a few minutes, kind of whatever I'm feeling, a way to get into wind down mode. Can have really awesome benefits, stress reduction, decreasing anxiety. Again, after being up all night long, doing 5 million things, every time I turn around, it's really nice to be able to just come back, lay down, get ready for bed, focus on my breathing, and just really decompress. By doing so, getting our feet above our heart increases circulation. We have blood circulation, lymph circulation, all different things that when gravity takes over, constantly is going towards the ground. By getting our feet up above our head, it's going to give our heart muscle, our circulatory system, a chance to kind of chill out, let gravity do the work in a good way, pulling all that inflammatory and stagnant stuff away from our feet and really let our body start to process it and work it out. That being said, speaking of the feet, this pose absolutely can soothe those dogs that are barking. I don't know about you guys. When I get home, I don't really sit that much at work. I'm constantly on the go. Even though I have pretty good running shoes, my feet throb when I get home sometimes. Literally to the point where it's like I can try to ice them, I can do anything, but there literally is nothing besides getting completely off of them. And the only way I see that is by doing literally an inversion. Getting upside down. And just because I'm not standing on my hands and doing any crazy poses, my feet are above my head, above my heart, it is considered an inversion. Really can help reduce that swelling, that cramping, that throbbing feeling that I have in my feet very often. Stretches out the hamstrings. If there's ever any concerns about tightness, you can move a little bit further away from the wall, or as with any yoga pose, pretty much just by bending the knees slightly, it takes some of that tension off of the hamstrings, makes things a little bit more comfortable. This pose also can help reduce and relieve some low back tension. Again, sitting, if you do a lot of sitting at work, that's one of the most consistent pressure placed on the lumbar spine. Walking, if you have any back injuries, there's always that stress and pressure. By laying down, relaxing, getting some of the pressure off of the pelvis, low back is going to feel some tension relief as well. Just in general, there's so many anti-inflammatory, stress reduction, so many physiological benefits to doing this pose. So let's get started. Okay, you're actually joining me from my RV. I'm literally going to do this just before I go to bed. So let's give it a shot. Equipment, my body. I am choosing to do it on my bed. Here's my wall. We're set to go. It does not matter. Make sure you're finding a place of comfort. It can be a more firm surface. My bed's pretty soft. You can choose to have a pillow, a blanket, anything that you feel is going to make you feel comfortable and help this pose be as relaxing as possible. I'm just going to set you up here. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate the least awkward way I can think of to get in this pose. Okay, and really that's kind of going, and don't let flexibility be something that's problematic here. Just try to make yourself as comfortable as possible. By doing so, we're just going to kind of scooch our bum towards the wall here, okay? It does not matter. There does not have to be a ton of space. It does not have to be completely flat against there. You just want to scooch up close enough to the wall, okay? That being said, take your time. This shouldn't be uncomfortable. I kind of just whip my legs up. I'm pretty used to this, but take your time getting into it. You can lay down on your side, and one at a time, just start to roll over, getting the legs up the wall. Here the pose begins. Again, immediately, if there's too much tension on the backs of the legs, just go ahead and bend, okay? I personally love this pose. I scoot my bum all the way close to the wall and just begin to breathe. Making sure you're comfortable. Prop a pillow underneath my neck. You don't want any tension. And again, feel free to adjust the pose as it feels comfortable. Just because you do it one way a certain day doesn't mean you have to consistently repeat that. The pose happens the more we investigate it. Gaze can be softened or eyes can be completely closed. Just really starting to tune into the breath here. Noticing any sensations you might be feeling. Don't be alarmed if you start to feel potentially a little bit of, I don't want to say tingling. Nothing should necessarily really feel numb. You never want to feel pain, but sort of that feeling when you maybe let your foot fall asleep. Again, when that happens, there's decreased circulation. Not in a bad way, but right now with gravity, all of the blood is rushing from my feet closer towards my heart, towards the rest of my body. So I'm starting to feel kind of some little tingles in my feet, nothing uncomfortable. Just being aware that this can be normal, making sure that you listen to your body if at any point it becomes problematic or does not feel good. Again, just because I can straighten my legs here, you can go ahead and bend, reducing the tension in the hamstrings. And just begin to breathe. Breathing however is comfortable. Noticing any other tensions in the body. Doing a gentle little body scan, touching base. Finding little places to wiggle and release tension. Just being gentle on yourself. Especially on days where I've had a super rough shift. The best way that we can care for others, whether in the medical profession or not, is to first by start taking care of ourselves. Gently, when you do decide to come out of this pose, after I finish this video, will absolutely be returning to this pose for another few minutes. You be the judge. 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's completely up to you. When you're ready to get out of the pose, whenever that may be, you can gently go ahead and just start to lower the legs. Again, I just gently roll over to one side or the other, pressing yourself up. Make sure you're taking time during any of these transitions. Again, your feet were just over your head. You don't want to sit up too fast. You don't want to feel dizzy. And just kind of notice how you feel. Super simple pose. On the outside, not too much is happening. But on the inside, rest, relaxation, improving circulation, stretching hamstrings, lower back, relaxing musculature. Getting that body to just calm down and wind down. So hopefully this super simple pose is something that you can add to your calm down, slow down, nightly routine, whether that actually happens at night or happens in the morning like I happen to be. I got sleep to get. Back for another shift tonight. Hope you enjoyed Legs Up the Wall. Take initiative, invest in yourself, find ways to relax and restore your body so you can be the best version of you. Namaste. Good night, friends.